Bereshit-Genesis, which takes us to look at that tale or end tale that we actually sort of finished reading in Hoshana Rabbah, in Sukkot, which is to do with the ability of Moses to bless, and the last word of Torah, which is Israel, which is Israel, which actually is tying the end to the bet in the beginning, which constitute heart, live, meaning that this cycle or this invitation through time actually create a space in which the presence of the higher is diminishing itself for the other, for the ultimate other, which is the creator. So as we go through it, and today we're going to sort of focus on, one can say, on the verse of let's make Adam, or who is actually asking and where from. It is this voice or this discourse is being uttered. In the second paragraph, so maybe if we will hold it and we see how it was translated, which will be nice as well, to see. It's actually what is called, we call the second paragraph of Bereshit, which is the second creation of Adam, and I'll find it. Okay, so fifth day and creation, the Garden of Eden. It starts on the second paragraph. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. Okay. A host in English has, because we call, let's say, the holy host, or the host nearby, which means a presence. Okay. Which in the Hebrew it has a different sense, but I don't want to actually to go into that. Look at verse 7. And the Lord God, which means Elohim, formed man of the dust of the ground, and breatheth into his nostril the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Okay. So what it means actually to breathe it into his nostril. One of the midrashim is saying that our spirit or living soul, which is the spirit, sits here, outside. Now, without us making an effort to actually internalize it, we stay dust or adama. But when we actually are managing to, because it's outside of us, to bring it in, we become Adam, meaning similar to that which created us. So from the beginning, there is a tension between what we are and what we can be, but they're next to each other. They're host. It's a host nearby. Our spirit is a host nearby. Okay. Host is the, one can say, a gathered force of presence, of a higher presence. It's not singularity, singular. It's a gathering of. It's like the spirit, because the spirit it's not something that is of itself. It always has the memory of her origin, which is a gathering of presences, of relationship. Yeah. Okay. So this. So we touched a bit the as well Bereshit and what it means. I really discussed it more on Thursday. Is to do with that actually Genesis or Bereshit, which is, let's say, more accurate, is bringing is a sense of something starts to tell our story. So first there's something that waited for its will to have the right condition that it can happen in a way that it will succeed. Okay. And then we are asking why and how the end of Torah with the word to the eyes of Israel actually connects to Bereshit, or connects to in the beginning. Because it has to, I gave a reason before to Hali, but we're saying that Israel sanctifies time, all times. Or it means that one of the purpose of the constitution or construct of Israel is actually to be able to sense the timing of answering needs. This is why they sanctify times. All the invitation, or they are sort of an organ of sense of when the call is happening, and their, in a way, their echo is what humanity needs at that moment. So the fact that we are coming from holidays or sacred times, and we sanctify them, we are listening to us being invited, and we invite as well the light, the host, to actually help us fulfill the, let's say, fulfill the reformation of ourselves, so we will actually justify the meaning of creation. So this is why Israel is connected to creation, and because they are the head. They are head, meaning that part that can sense the meaning or the reason for creation. So this is another round. Actually, so understand what the Zohar is going to say about let us make Adam, we will not be able to actually perceive it if we will not put ourselves in the position, in the feeling, in the feeling state, or in the state and ecology of the story that the Zohar introduced to us. Okay, so It's in Bereshit 8, chapter 14, yeah, verse 159. You have it? Okay. Okay, תסן ויאמר אלוהים נעשה אדם, סוד השם ליראיו. Okay. In the verse, and Elohim said, let us make Adam. There lies a secret, as described in the verse, the secret of Hashem is with them that fears him, that has a sense or an the way they relate to Elohim, or the way they relate to the Creator, is through awe and fear. So it means that in this verse, and Elohim said, because before we hear a command, let it be light, and there was light. Okay? But here there is a difference of approach. First, it let us together with, and it's not sort of a directive coming from the light to be executed. It seems that it's coming from the artist, or the one who is executing towards the light. Let us make Adam. So the first thing that that is happening is who is opening. It is a story about Rabbi Shimon, but the person who is opening and witnessing it is called the grandfather or grandfather, meaning it has to do, or at least the origin of this spirit is in the face of Erech Anpin. It's the reason or the cause, the cause of all wisdom, or all the light, white light. So he's witnessing that. What he's witnessing is witnessing through the sentence that secrets are being revealed to those who are in awe or in fear of him, meaning that they feel themselves in a way in that they know very little, in concealment, that they have a sense. First, they have already a feeling, and the feeling of awe is a and fear towards the Creator. Is the permission to know his secrets, because if you conceal yourself, you are able actually to, one can say, to take out the concealment of the intention of the Creator. So this is what he's saying. He's saying the verse, the secret of Hashem, Sod Hashem, or one can say Sod Havaya, or Sod, the secret of the name, is with them, with those that fear him. The most venerated old man opened, this is how he opened the discussion, saying, Shimon, Shimon, man hu de'amar na'aseh Adam. He's calling him, who is sort of asking, who is he who said, let us make Adam? And of whom it is written, and Elohim said, who is this name of Elohim? So we're dealing with the name, we're dealing with the vessel. We are dealing with a vessel of awe and fear, and this is the only place in a Zohar that Rashbi is not being called Rabbi Shimon, but Shimon, meaning like the Zohar would say, like a man from the market, meaning he lost all his attainment, he lost all the degree of spiritual achievement, right? And means that he's in his lowest point, meaning everything that he attained ascended and disappeared from his presence, because we see that there is a witness that is called the grandfather of grandfather is calling him without referring to his, one can say, even to his mission, to his duty, to his rank, okay? Spiritual rank. I mean, okay. So then it's very strange what Rabbi Shimon is answering. And as Rabbi Shimon heard it, when Rabbi Shimon heard that he called him Shimon and not Rabbi Shimon, which on other cases would be, I'm offended, I'm not going to listen. Why I was offended? It's not just I haven't done anything wrong. On the contrary, I'm trying, I'm fulfilling a very important mission. How come I'm stripped of all my importance, that it's even not an importance for myself? So all this that could happen does not happen. And the Zohar wishes us to hear it, that something else is happening, and something else, when it happens, actually allow what is going to happen now. Okay. When Rabbi Shimon heard that he called him Shimon and not Rabbi Shimon, he said to his friend, "This is indeed the Holy One, blessed be He, of whom it is said, an ancient of days, Atik Yomin." Yeah? Meaning, if something is calling me and I feel that I lost everything that I had before, that I achieved, that I toiled for, that was serving, it must be Erechanpin, it must be the face that Saba de Sabin is calling. It must be something that need to prepare me with a completely different vessel. So he's saying, if this is the name that I was called, it must be Atik Yomin did sit, meaning it wishes to extend itself to us, to sit and dwell in us. Okay? Now is the time to reveal this secret, which was previously forbidden to be revealed. So, if Rabbi Shimon is being, all his, let's say, all his spiritual stature is being concealed, now it's time for something else to reveal itself. Something that was not able to reveal itself because there was not empty space or concealment. There was not the law of creation, of extending itself, was not there, was not present. And now when he is called Shimon, and something actually puts him in a place of concealment, instead of sort of being angry about it, or disturbed about it, or actually feeling his sense in this state, the calling. So when we are saying that we start not to know that we do not feel the Creator, instead of resenting it, maybe we start to think like Rabbi Shimon, with a difference, of course, that something is calling us. But this is what he's teaching us. He's not teaching us to be like him. He's teaching us that when we feel so debased in ourselves, because of the truth of what we don't know, don't resent it. Treat it as a calling for something higher. And this is actually Bereshit. It's a calling. So we will, in our space, we will conceal the self, yeah, the will for power, and we will reveal the will for bestowal, the will for influence. So this is what he's saying. And in ancient days, did sit, or Atik Yomin did sit. Now is the time to reveal this secret which was previously forbidden to be revealed. However, permission has now been granted to reveal it. The question is, who said, let us make Adam? Was it Elohim of Binah or Elohim of Malchut? Okay. And with this question, next